Article in The Intercept by Glenn Greenwald, dated October 3rd, 2015 at 6:20 a.m. Caption reads, "One day after warning Russia of civilian casualties, the U.S. bombs a hospital in Afghanistan," unquote. Article reads, quote, "Yesterday afternoon, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Samantha Power marched to Twitter to proclaim, 'We call on Russia to immediately cease attacks on Syrian opposition and civilians.' Along with that decree, she posted a statement from the U.S. and several of its closest allies, including Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UK, warning Russia that civilian casualties will only fuel more extremism and radicalization. Early this morning in the Afghan city of Kunduz, Kunduz, the U.S. dropped bombs on a hospital run by Doctors Without Borders. The airstrike killed at least 9 of the hospital's medical staff and seriously injured dozens of patients," unquote. So here's the U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Samantha Power, saying to Russia, don't drop bombs on Syrians, right? But here's a U.S. government dropping bombs on a hospital in an Afghan city. Once again, it goes to my point in many of my videos that hypocrisy in the American government. One moment they're for, one moment they're against. One moment they're against, one moment they're for. In other words, it's not okay for Russia to drop bombs on Syria, but it's okay for the U.S. to drop bombs on Afghanistan. And by the way, I thought that Obama said that the wars are over. Actually, there's a thing in here as well. Here you go. I'll bring this up. This is also by Glenn Greenwald from The Intercept. September 30th, 2015 at 9:21 a.m. Quote, "U.S. bombs somehow keep falling into places where Obama ended 2 wars," unquote. That's the caption. And then it reads the article, quote, "Barack Obama, July 21st, 2015, at a DSCC fundraiser held at a private residence, stated," this is Barack Obama, quote, "We've ended 2 wars," unquote. And then National Security Advisor Susan Rice on May 20th, 2015 states, "Now that we have ended 2 wars responsibly and brought home hundreds of American troops, we salute this new generation of veterans." So, according to Obama, we ended 2 wars. But meanwhile, they're bombing a hospital in Afghanistan. Yeah. Sounds like war to me. Once again, fucking Obama, the two-faced lying asshole that he is. These people are assholes, I tell you. Serious assholes. And don't get me wrong, I do not condone at all what Russia is doing to Syria. They're doing it for some mishmash situation, and I do it in my CIA operation, FUSA, meaning fuck you, United States of America. And you could see I expounded about that as far as what's going on with the Syria airstrikes on that country. But here's these July 21st, 2015. So what's that? August, September? It's like 2.5 months ago. Fucking Obama says we've ended 2 wars, but they just bombed. They just bombed in a hospital in Afghanistan. And I'm sure they bombed many other places in Afghanistan. Now, they haven't ended this war. They will never end wars. The wars make two things they get out of war. One thing, when they bomb the shit out of like hospitals or whatever, different buildings or whatever, then the corporations contract with the U.S. government and they build all this shit back up, make lots and lots of money. They also make a lot of money. These certain like Boeing and like Lockheed and all these characters, they make a lot of money through arms deals, contracts with the U.S. government to bomb all this shit. And then it's also that's the economics of it. And then, of course, you have the control factor. They get to control all this shit over there in the Middle East. Not only control people's mindsets and things and cultures and stuff, but also control the trade routes throughout the Middle East. They get to control all the oil and the gas and the minerals and all the natural resources. I mean, this is a whole thing about money and power. Power meaning they control things, and money economically they make just a shitload of money. Between the U.S. government contracting with corporations. And they do that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They work hand in hand all the time. So there's a lot of money for what they're doing in the Afghanistan or for the Middle East, for that matter, for the entire Middle East. A lot of money in it, a lot of money, in the trillions. And then also they gain control of certain areas in the Middle East, and therefore they retain power in the Middle East. And that's what it's all about. Actually, I'm going to call this money and control. I'm going to write that down. So that that's pretty much it, and so Russia's bombing away, and the United States government's bombing away, and not only that, but they're doing it without any congressional approval. There's no congressional approval from there's no United States congressional approval of anything that's going on in Afghanistan, and Iraq, and Syria, wherever. There was absolutely no United States declaration of war or anything. They just do whatever they want. Obama just says, gives the green light to bomb. Go bomb. It's okay. I'd rather have you bomb that hospital than put a bullet in my head, just like JFK, because I said, fuck you to the Pentagon. Because that's basically what happened to JFK. JFK said, fuck you to the Pentagon. Pow. They took his head off. Right? Same thing with Obama. Obama's like, oh, really? Oh, go ahead. Bomb all you like, because, well, I like to live for at least another 40 years of my life here. That's all that is. Obama's looking out for his own ass. Believe me. He don't want to wind up with his brain on the back of a seat in his vehicle, just like JFK. Same thing there, same thing now. No different. And they will continue on with these wars forever. Forever. They'll create wars and all this. They do all this bullshit through the CIA and all this bullshit, NSA, Pentagon, all this bullshit. On it goes. Lots of money, lots of control / power, and on and on and on, and it goes. Anyway, enough of this video. I'm sure you got the point. The hypocrisy, the power, the money, same silly game played over and over and over and over and over again. That's reality, guys. That's reality. You guys have a good day. Bye.